Welcome my beautiful yogis. Today we are looking into warriors. We're going to check their alignment and see how they feel. As usual, listen to your body and let me know what you think. So hit the thumbs up and the bell icon and subscribe. Thank you. Let's get into it. So generally how do you get to your warrior number 1? Is you are in a down dog. Then you can lift a 3-legged dog. Bring your right leg to your chest and in between your hands. And now when you are here, you rotate your left leg to 45-degree angle and in here. You can check, does this feel okay? Or do you need a little bit more space and move your left leg away from your right? Sometimes teachers say heel to heel alignment. This suits for somebody, not for everybody, so find out what suits for you. You lift up with the inhale. And now let's check on into it. You can straighten your right leg and put it back down. Check that it's on top of the right angle. And that you're pulling your right leg, your right hip back. Beautiful. Check also that you're rotating your left hip forward. So basically your hips are facing forward. And then you can also check that is your right leg pressing equally to the earth or is it collapsing in? If it is, you can lift your toes up a bit and pull your hip under. Then check your left leg and here we are. Now bind your hands behind your back, lift up and we go to the humble warrior. So keep your legs where they are and just bend forward. Now your crown should be facing to the ground. Bring your right hip back. Don't allow yourself just to lean like this. This is a different pose, so let's keep it in the humble warrior. Keep your alignment. And lift back up. From here, we're gonna take a warrior number 2. It's okay if you hear a little pops every now and then. Now in this one some teachers say to take a heel to arch alignment. That's okay if you are flexible or if that suits for your body type. It doesn't suit for everyone, so don't worry if you don't get it. You can always take a wider stand. Now with the warrior number 2, you check that your arch is lifted in your right leg. You check that your knees on top of your right ankle and you're pulling your right hip back under you. Then we check our left leg. Is the end of your left leg facing where? If it's facing to the back of your room, please turn it to face at least the side of the room. This is what teachers generally teach. But now you can see that you are not really facing, you can't really pull your right hip under without letting the left hip to come up. So you can turn your right foot slightly in, that you can get it in here. Some teachers also say that the feet should be where they were in a warrior number 1. This is up to you. Sometimes it feels like it's not flexible for that today. Maybe you get it tomorrow, don't worry. It comes with the time. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. Now check on your ribs. Are they tight? Are you breathing? That's a good tempo too. Then we take our hands. Check where your hands are. Your front hands, or right hands, would be facing to the front of the room, and your back hands would be facing, so the left to the back of the room. Now, you might be facing half towards the front of the room, so turn your chest to face the side of the room and look to the front of the room. Breathe in here. If you want challenge, you can lift your front leg, heel up. Beautiful, stay here, or you can bring it back down with your right palm and we reverse. So your feet stay as a warrior number 2. You just bend back and we bring back up. We can do this on the other side, but first let's take a warrior number 3. So let's bring the right leg in the middle of the room and in the middle of the mat. And you start to tilt, so you're balancing on your right. Start to tilt from your hips. Your toes are facing down. You can have airplane arms. They can be T or they can be all the way facing to the front of the room. You can have a micro bend in your feet and or straight. Just remember, rotate your hip down in here. Then you can do different variations in here. And remember, your feet doesn't have to be your floating leg, doesn't have to be high. It can be just a tiny bit up. So let's take a left leg standing and start to lift your right leg up. You can have your hands into your heart if you feel like today is not the day for hands to be floating everywhere. And stay here. Remember, check that your hip is rotating down. You can step down to warrior number 2 and just let's check how it goes. So let's bend the left leg. Check that it's on the top of the left ankle. Pull the hip back. Can you see your toes? If you can bend a bit more. And then we check the right leg, where the toes are facing. Where your hip is facing, is your glute engaged. Now check on your ribs. And then the hands. You can lift the left heel up and balance here. Lift the left hand up and do a reverse warrior heel up or heel down, up to you. But perhaps you want to float the back hand around. We bring back here and we turn to warrior number 1. Check on your alignment once more. We do a humble warrior. You can reverse the binding here, so the different pinky is on top. And you can bring your legs suitable distance apart from each other for you. And then we lean over. Bring back up and step together. That was my little piece of tutorial for warriors. Let me know what you think. Thank you.